Welcome back to ACAC hockey action. This the 61st season for the ACAC. You are joined today by Benny Gerow alongside Ben MacInnis, and we are here to welcome in the playoffs for the SAIT Trojans. The playoffs have been going for a week already, the quarterfinals having gone down last week with the NAIT Ooks in town to take on your SAIT Trojans in what we like to call the Battle of the Institute of Technologies here in Alberta. Now, Ben, is there anything better than playoff hockey?
Well, Benny, there's nothing like playoff hockey, especially when you have two polytechnic teams. Well, if we look at NAIT, they came off a series where they won 2-0, winning game 1 3-2 in OT, and in game 2 winning 5-3.
Well, and for the Trojans, they come in with a 16-8 record. They got to be feeling good after last year coming into the playoffs, having lost 5 in a row. This year, they're feeling a lot better confidence-wise. The NAIT Ooks on the right side of that confidence conversation as well, having gone 7-3 in their last 10 regular season games. You add on those 2 playoff wins, and all of a sudden, 9-3 in their last 12 doesn't sound so bad at all for a surging Ooks.
Exactly. Well, with NAIT Ooks going 12-12 on the regular season, which is good enough for second place, with third place, and SAIT went 16-8 for good enough, which is good enough for second.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be quite the matchup. The season series leaning the way of the NAIT Ooks. We will have the long-coveted rivalry between the NAIT and SAIT teams underway here for you in less than 10 minutes. We'll have ACAC men's hockey action for you right here, so don't go anywhere with Benny Gerow and Ben MacInnis. Person to keep your eyes on when you're watching.
Yes, and the Trojans won that face-off there. Shot by Gold.
Rebound! Wow, what a goal. First goal of the game, that'll go to number 16, Carter Briltz. First goal of the postseason, and the Trojans will open the scoring.
And what a shot there by Gold. Getting that lead up for Roots to get that rebound. To get the first goal of the game for the SAIT Trojans only a minute and 10 in.
The stick of Clark. Clark will bustle in on the left wing. He shoots, and that was high off of the goaltender. Rebound puck was loose there for a moment. Can't find it. Now it's Clark. He's got it at the point. Tries to feed one down, and whistle goes. Dylan Clark, who had 7 goals during the regular season, good for 14 points. Now there's Gold, who sends one rink wide for Reshny, and he couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Clark tried to feed Simpson at the side of the net, couldn't find a home for it. Now on the other side, Clark tried a sharp angle shot at that. And it looks like time is going to expire here unless something remarkable happens. It'll be Kostashin who will skate off the last couple seconds. And we will be stepping away for a short intermission break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WinSport. We have more men's playoff ACAC hockey action. You are joined alongside Benny Gerow and Ben MacInnis. Ben, what do you got for us?
Well, Benny, as we get ready for the second period, let's have a recap of your first period. The SAIT Trojans scored being 1-0, and the Trojans scored that with a minute and 10 in.
Our head coach, Scott Feldmeyer, was quoted as saying the team is feeling great going into the playoffs. They like to herald themselves as a very difficult team to play against, and they don't like to give up anything easy. So NAIT Ooks have early possession here, and he'll send one back. Here's Gold. Gold holding, shoots. Didn't find a home. That was off of Whitford out in front, and he controls on the left-hand side. He'll fire one high for Arnold. Couldn't find a home. Layer and Arnold there, pass back, and that's a goal. That's Layer, the captain. And it's 1-0 Ooks.
1-1.
Or 1-1, pardon me.
And that was a nice goal there by the NAIT Ooks. That kind of bit of a turnover there.
Back and forth between, it looked like Arnold and Layer, and those two are the usual suspects as far as the Ooks are concerned. And all of a sudden we have a brand new game with 7. They're looking for that backdoor pass multiple times. Player falls down. It's an opportunity for Captain Kane. Kane in, shoots, save, rebound, they score!
Zach Kane gets the go-ahead goal for the Trojans.
Captain Kane
on the penalty kill.
Short-handed marker. 2-1 Trojans. And they had a couple of those where neutral ice, and that golden opportunity will go by the wayside. Here's Munson now, feeds one through. Here's Taylor. Taylor takes a look, and that was scores! Taylor found a hole. A shot from the point, and we are tied again.
Taylor Munchin gained that time goal.
Tristan Taylor.
Tristan Taylor gained that tying goal. That might be pivotal. 2-2, 6:45.
Well, and Taylor just matched his goal total for the regular season. He finished the ACAC season with just 1 goal, and he's got one in just his 3rd postseason game here in round 2.
And I'd like to make another offense here in the last 30 seconds, but
Last
Reshny's
20
bringing
seconds.
it up.
Reshny to Underhill. Pass
Reshny.
back. Oh, what a play that was. 10 seconds here. We'll see if we can get one final shot from either of these teams. Reshny will elect to get it deep, which will bring us to the end of the 2nd period, which means we have one more intermission that separates us from a very pivotal playoff 3rd period. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are only about 90 seconds away from 3rd period NAIT versus SAIT action, 2nd round of the playoffs. The game has been a wild back and forth seesaw affair. The drama is the highest, the tension the highest, and I am Benny Gerow alongside Ben MacInnis. Ben, how excited are you for 3rd period action?
I am ecstatic. It's 8:22 p.m. The adrenaline's rushing, and it's 3-2. Going into the 3rd period with the shots being 30-13 in favor for the SAIT Trojans.
Defenseman as well. Excellent work from the Ooks, and now a
We got a
breakaway the
breakaway.
other way. Gardner stops up, tries to pass over, and Moochson tried to pull the trigger, and the puck slid away from him. It was a golden opportunity, 2-on-1.
Gardner should have kept going, because he probably could have got a really good scoring chance there.
Out to Corey King. Corey King now. Hard shot. They score! From the half wall, it's Ryan Newman. 4-2 Trojans.
And there we go, 4-2, 4:32 left. And there, that's probably my prediction. Can be correct here, because we're also getting to that point where NAIT might start pulling their goalie.
We will see how the strategy unfolds, but so far, Mystic Benny Mac making calls left, right, and center. Saw the Trojans hit 4 first, and we'll see what that means for the rest of the game. Goals scored by Ryan Newman. He had 9 goals through the regular season. Good to see him get on the board here in the postseason. Pushed it into the corner.
Bidwell is going to the net. He's going to the
Empty net
bench.
for the Ooks. Slap shot Gardner, and that was high and off the glass behind, and now the puck with Gardner. Sets his teammate up. Back to Gardner. Gardner has block on the half wall. Gardner is swapping spots. Shot, they score! Don't turn it off yet.
4-3.
That's a goal from Jackson Hossman. And all of a sudden, things look a little more interesting in the final 2 minutes.
And that's
Sustained pressure for the NAIT Ooks.
Hassman's first goal of the playoffs.
First goal of the postseason for Hossman. Well,
We just have 10 seconds left.
Nate's got a push here. Hossman gonna try and find the puck in the corner.
That's
Kyle
the
Clayton
dump,
sends
and
one.
that might just do it here.
The end of the game is upon us. The final seconds tick away, and it'll be the SAIT Trojans.
Trojans take this game 4-3, and that'll do it for today.
Familiarity breeds content, and these two teams very familiar with one another. Don't go anywhere. We should have a presentation for some players of the game, and so you'll hang out with me and Benny here for a moment as the Trojans go to celebrate their win. So we'll have game 2. Hossman, your player of the game for the NAIT Ooks, with a 2-point performance this evening with 1 goal and 1 assist. And on the other side for the Trojans, it's Carter Briltz, who had a goal and an assist, the icebreaker early in this game. And so Briltz and Hossman, your players of the game. This brings us to the end. You were joined alongside Benny Gerow, Ben MacInnis. Any closing thoughts for us there, Ben?
Well, we'll just take a look here at your goal scorers for the Trojans and the NAIT Ooks. For the Trojans, getting the goals is Colby Ball, Carter Briltz, Zach Kane, and Ryan Newman.
Well,
as well for the NAIT Ooks, those goal scorers were Tristan Taylor, Ethan Lyer, and Jackson Hassman. This was a very competitive game. 4-3 is your final score. You couldn't ask for a better game. I called it. First of 4 wins.
Absolutely. Well, big thank you to all of the SAIT Trojans staff that are here today to make this happen. We have a full team of people making sure that you get the best possible product in the ice. Once again, this was Benny Gerow, joined by Ben MacInnis, covering some ACAC men's hockey playoff action. We should be back potentially Sunday if need be, but keep your eyes peeled for more games between these two teams. This is Benny Gerow signing off with Ben MacInnis. Thank you very much and have a great night.